Good morning, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. I'm Dhamma Bum, and I'll be your guide for today's guided meditation. Today is Monday, May 18th, and our theme is self-talk. And as you know, the second quarter is about sincerity, and May is about right speech. And today we're going to look at self-talk. By the way, happy birthday, Mrs. Dhamma. That only comes once a year. A little heads up, there is going to be a 2-week break in June, and we'll put some information in the description box about that. And welcome, Dhamma Ji. Appreciate it. We'll put some information in the description box for a reminder, but you'll be on reruns. If you go into the main page of YouTube, you'll find a button that says live, and if you click that, you'll find about 75 or more of these. We've been doing this for about 9 months now. You can pick stuff that you want to hear again, and that'll be your reruns. The closed caption version of today's meditation with a transcript will be available in about 24 hours. Please check the description boxes for this and other episodes. It's got information that might be useful for you. We do guided meditation in the hopes that participants will develop enough interest, pick up enough pointers on meditation that you'll want to do this on your own bat, in your own garden or your own home. And we hope that you do. Meditation improves with practice, and it's best if that practice is daily. Let's see, what else? We start in this group with samatha or serenity. Hey, Brian, how are you doing? And samatha is calming down, getting in the groove, becoming prepared for the second stage, which is panya or wisdom. Some people call it vipassana. Doesn't matter what you call it. First, we get serene, and then we wise up. Wisdom never arises from a mind in turmoil. And if it turns out that this is useful, please give us a like, a comment, a share. Consider giving us a super thanks. By the way, Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children, is now available for download on Kindle Unlimited, and we want to give a special thanks to Mrs. D. Happy birthday. Eddie Co, Dhamma G, Brian, Mike, Sam in Australia, Mitsuko, and Neko. So with that, on my mark. Please find yourself in a quiet spot, spine straight, shoulders back. Lower your chin towards your chest. Let your hands rest in your lap or on your thighs or your knees. Close your eyes and your mouth gently and imagine a ball of white light, 1 inch or 2, 3 to 5 centimeters beneath your nostrils. Breathe in through your nose, watch it go down past your heart to your stomach, and back out the same way. Breathe in through your nose, watch it go down past your heart to your stomach, and back out the same way. Just smooth, natural breaths for you, paying attention to the light, paying attention to your breath. When outside thoughts and issues come in, gently brush them aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath as I breathe in through my nose. Watch it go down past my heart to my stomach and back out the same way. On Mondays, we start with the Dhammapada, verses 1 and 2. Mind is the forerunner of all things. Think and act with a corrupt heart, and sorrow will follow, as surely as the cart follows the ox that pulls it. Mind is the forerunner of all things. Think and act with a pure heart, and happiness follows, as surely as one's never departing shadow. So we are taught that our mind creates our moods, our delusions, our obsessions, and that these are all impermanent, anicca, unsatisfactory, dukkha, and not the self, anatta. This is why we meditate. We meditate to calm our mind and tame our heart. We look at our thoughts, we examine them, we see them for what they are, and we let them go. We must remember that we don't believe what we see what we believe. This is why we must study our mind. If we don't know our own mind, then we just make it up, and then we spend all day looking for evidence to support what we've already decided. And we're going to talk about that today with self-talk. We let it go. If we let go a little, we find a little serenity. If we let go a lot, we get a lot of serenity. But if we let go completely, then we find complete serenity. Our mind, hi Monique, welcome. Our mind is too active for us. And this is one of the reasons that we meditate. I would like you to please join me in a thought experiment this morning. In your mind's eye, lift up above your head, look down on your skull. And on the right, you will see your monkey mind. And the monkey mind is very busy moving from one mood to the next. You can see the colors change from pink to blue to white to black to red, never still for long, always moving. And on the left, you can see a battalion of self-licking ice cream cones. And these are our thoughts. They are very busy giving themselves something to do. Mostly, they suck up to whatever the shifting moods of our mind might be. And our monkey mind and our thoughts are also impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. Look at them, see them for what they are, and let them go. As meditators, we have three duties. The first duty is mindfulness. In this group, we follow the ball of light. We listen to the Dhamma talk, not to get attached to the Dhamma talk, but to let it wash over us and seep into our consciousness. Our second duty is collectedness, or some people say concentration. And this is simply when outside issues, outside thoughts intrude. What am I going to do about Bob? What am I going to buy at the store? What do I need to do tomorrow? When that stuff comes in, we simply brush it aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath as it goes in through my nose, down past my heart to my stomach, and back out the same way. And our third duty is contentment. We have a responsibility to be content now, to be at peace, to be at one. Not Thursday, not the day after tomorrow, but right now. How we are right this moment is how we are. If we are happy, joyous, and free, that's the kind of person we are. If we are restless, irritable, and discontent, that is the kind of person we are. In a word, mindfulness, collectedness, and contentment, in a word, we could say we are calm. And if you can be calm for a few seconds in today's meditation, then as you go through this week and your daily activities, you can stretch that out to minutes of calmness. And you just stitch together these little capsules of calmness. And as if by magic, you look up and you go, wow, I haven't had a negative, nagging, angry, fearful thought for an hour. How'd that happen? Well, how indeed. As we go through our week, we have 4 tips. Let's be impeccable in our speech. Let's say what we mean what we say, but don't say it mean. Let's not assume. When I assume, I make an ass of you and me. Q-tip, quit taking it personally. You know, other people have problems. Maybe we could help them out. Let's not jump to conclusions about why they said this or that or how they said it. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe we could give them a hand. And finally, let's do our best. Let's mind our tongues this week. Now, as we move into Panya, we've been talking this past couple of weeks about right speech, and speaking with others is important, no doubt, but it's also very important how we speak to ourselves. We need to watch our self-talk. Since we don't believe what we see what we believe, we have to watch our thoughts and see what that is. I don't know about you, but I've got a very harsh click track in my head, and it's always busy talking, 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 usually talking trash. And I find myself talking back to myself in my head. And when I start talking to people who are not present, I very soon find myself in nasty, entirely imaginary conversations. I get wrapped up in an argument that isn't real. So, with the exception of God, it's a pretty good idea to stay away from conversations with people you can't see. I have automatic negative thoughts, and they are just like regular ants, ants. They never come alone. They always come in a long line, and I need to stop them right away. It's not the fifth time I growl at Mrs. Dhamma. It's the first unkind thought that I have. So that negativity is a bad habit best nipped in the bud. I don't wait for the fifth one. As soon as it starts going south, I stop right there and hand it over to God. Our obsessions and delusions, which arise mostly from our thoughts, from our negative thoughts, drive our worst decisions. Now, some of these are just bad habits of mind, but if they go unchecked, they don't just lead to ugly self talk, they lead to panic attacks, acting out, vain, vain efforts to control other people. I find myself at odds with everybody. And this is one of the reasons we practice meditation regularly, is to help us develop some control over our runaway brains. Practice helps us remember that our body, feelings, memories and perceptions, thoughts, and consciousness are all impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. When we have trouble being mindful, anytime really, but especially during meditation, we find ourselves wandering off and going, get to the point, get to the point. When we're doing that, that is precisely where we should bear down. We need to control our racing thoughts and focus. And Ajahn Chah had an infuriating practice for this. That sit at a table, pick up a glass and move it to a different spot. Leave it there for 2 minutes, not for 3 minutes, not for 1 minute, 2 minutes. Now move it to a different spot. Now keep doing that. As you continue to do that, you will be irritated, restless, unhappy, frustrated. Good. Count to 15. Forget counting to 10. Patient, persistent practice of the principles is what's necessary. So, in our daily meditation, when, not if, we find ourselves being restless, let's focus on that part. Our delusions arise from overthinking. I overthink, therefore I overam. In aviation, attitude means angle of approach. And we can apply that to our daily life too. We get so used to seeing the world from a fixed perspective, just automatic negative thoughts, automatic bad habits, just going through life on autopilot, that we become locked in. We are paralyzed by our past experiences and we are inflexible. This is why we need to regularly take stock of our resentments, our fears, and the harms that we have done to others. because it forces us to look at ourselves from a new point of view, to take a new approach, a new angle. And this too is why we meditate. How about in daily life? In daily life, we adjust our angle of approach by taking action. Each of us has within two dogs. We've got a big, friendly puppy with a cold, wet nose, and he's so happy to see me. And, oh, who's the good boy? Who's the good boy? And I can, brings me a ball and we can play, and he loves me no matter what I've been doing. He makes me feel like $1,000,000. And then out back, chained to a big steel pillar, is a snarling junkyard dog that's just, and he's snarling and growling and snapping, and he'll tear the flesh off of anyone foolish enough to go back there and play with him. Now, whichever dog I feed, that's the dog I get. So make no mistake, it's a choice. If I find myself miserable and fighting and arguing and frustrated with people all day, I am feeding the wrong dog. Now, that's handy because at least I know who to talk to about cutting off his oats. Who is it that's thinking these dank thoughts? Only me. And this is why we become more mindful. You know, mindfulness just on a yoga mat or on your meditation cushion, as as nice as that might be, isn't really where we need it. We need mobile mindfulness. It's when we're walking around, interacting with people, family, strangers, the post office, that we need to have some mindfulness. So this week, let's keep an eye on our negative self talk. Let's feed the right dog. And let's practice restraint of tongue, pen, and keyboard. So, as you're going through this week, if you find yourself restless, irritable, or discontent, take a breath, step into the next room, put your earphones in, cue up this recording, and imagine a ball of white light an inch or two below your nostrils. Breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Namaste. Okay. Thank you for coming. Hello, Dhamma G and Brian and Monique. Welcome. Hope you come back again. We're going to have a little, I'm going to the States for 2 weeks in June. We'll give you a reminder of that. During that time, you'll need to do a choose your own reruns. How's that? Participation, audience participation. Love that. We hope that you'll come back. Our next meditation is Friday, May 22nd, and that will be at 3:45 p.m. Japan time. And we're getting ready for that as we speak. If you're already here, you know how to get here. And if you're not, if you're listening to this afterwards, which is what most people do because they have jobs, unlike myself, uh, go to the Daily Dhamma home channel page and you'll find steps under today's date, May 18th. There's a little procedure for how to enter here. And thank you, uh, Glenn, and thank you, Brian. Yeah, mobile mindfulness. That's what I need. Something I can use, baby. And anyway, thank you very much for coming, and we hope to see you again real soon. And namaste.